Employees at the Macon County Farm Bureau office here in Lafayette sponsor a yearly event they like to call Farm Day. As you're about to find out, it's a great learning experience for area fourth graders.
You know, with the sheep, we talked about shearing them. There's a little sample of the lamb's wool over there that we took off of these. We're hoping to teach some the youth, fourth grade here in the county, a little bit about agriculture. You know, it touches all their lives. Of course, through my role, being at the University of Tennessee, the Extension Service, we have the 4-H program. We're talking about the agriculture program and also the Family Consumer Science program. We'll talk about that with the youth. But, you know, agriculture touches the lives. And sometimes, you know, I was telling just a group there a minute ago, you know, this morning agriculture's touched their life, whether they were, you know, live on a farm or just have a house or an apartment because they had breakfast, had milk, you know, may have had cereal, may have had a Pop-Tart. So, you know, we're just trying to get that across that, you know, it's important in everyday life, the clothes they wear. So, yeah.
What's the reaction of the kids when you tell them something that maybe they hadn't thought of before?
You get that, sometimes you get that aha, you know, type moment, especially with the animals, you know, that, you know, they've seen them driving by maybe on the roads or whatever, but, you know, we'll have all species of farm animals. We'll have, you know, everything from a pig to a sheep to a goat, you know, the cattle. So, you know, they sort of, you know, they step back a little bit when you tell them in some of the uses of that animal besides, you know, just, you know, they think it's just eating the grass there at the farms.
Why is this so important to do this every year as far as helping the kids understand more about agriculture?
Well, you know, the generations are getting away from the farm, you know. So many are, you know, so many generations away. And, you know, even though we are a rural county, Macon County, I mean, we're, you know, well away from the, you know, the Nashville, and you know, we're not far away from Gallatin and Nashville, but, you know, so many have distanced themselves from the farm, and they, you know, some of the kids, you go into the classrooms, we go in with the 4-H, and, you know, some of them don't know where the milk comes from. Hey, it comes from, you know, the Piggly Wiggly or the, you know, so grocery stores. So anyway, we need to keep instilling in them, you know, the values of the agriculture and why, you know, it's important for their future and their children's children.
One of the things today in the country, we feed not only ourselves but a great deal of the world, but less than 3% of the Americans earn a living farming. Now, there's a lot of us farm part-time, but it's important for people who do not farm to understand the things about livestock, about conservation, about row crops and things of that nature, so they have an idea of where their food comes from and how the American farmer produces their their food. And Farm Bureau has this event to educate the children. We have on all types of livestock, row crops, and soil conservation, and the Forest Service. One of the things a lot of people don't realize is that here in Macon County, forestry is one of our biggest industries. At the sawmills and the timber cutters and all, and the landowners brings in a tremendous amount of money into this county, and so we try to educate people as to where their food comes from, and to give them an idea perhaps of some of the complexities of producing the crops that perform our food and all, and the livestock, which is the background of our food production. We have to have all these things, and we want more and more people to understand that we have to have farmers. One of the great problems in today's world is several years ago, most people like my father, when they were small, they were raised on a farm. But today, very few people are raised on a farm, and they're moving further and further away from the production and distribution of the goods. So anything we can do to increase their understanding and help them to see the complexities of farming and understand farming and livestock, things of this nature, cannot help but help the country and help farmers.
Of course, you're starting these kids off early. Obviously, they're fourth graders, but
Right.
but what kind of reactions do you see on their faces when they see something there, like maybe something about a cow they didn't know or something like that? I mean, how nice is it seeing that they obviously are getting it?
Yeah, it was amazing. I was just down with they were showing the horse, and none of them had horses. None of that bunch had any livestock. They had some dogs or cats, but but when they would show the horse, and they'd get to go up and rub its nose and things like that. You know, they'd a big grin on their faces. And when they would show them a little bit about what the horse would eat, the corn, and how the horse reacted when he saw the corn, he knew it was corn. And you know, to let them see how the animal reacted to the different the food being around him, and the handling and all that he saw. Lucky the horse was very gentle and appreciated the children rubbing its nose. But they just see these things. One down here we have on bees. A lot of them are really surprised when they see the bees and the honey and how that works. Row crops. One of their favorite is to feed the dairy calf with the bottle, which they try to let all of them have a part in. But it gives them an excitement about it. It gives them a little bit of understanding about it, and brings them along in what we consider an agricultural county. But very few people make a living in agriculture, and so it gives them the opportunity to see and the things, and understand a little bit, and have some knowledge of farming. That's very important.
Farm Day, an annual tradition that Macon County fourth graders have enjoyed for years. A tradition that focuses not only on learning, but having fun as well. Reporting in Lafayette, Barry Hyatt, NCTV.